We're now a little more than a week past the first official day of summer, but sunrise and sunset times are changing so slowly that it still looks and feels very much like the summer solstice. And if you've lived in Pennsylvania long enough, you probably have a sense for how much daylight we get this time of year. Using State College as an example, here are the sunrise and sunset times on the solstice: 5:40 a.m. and 8:46 p.m., yielding 15 hours and 6 minutes of daylight. And that doesn't take into account twilight. To emphasize that the length of daylight is changing very slowly right now, consider that we get 15 hours or more of daylight on 28 straight days this time of year. And just for comparison's sake, daylight on the winter solstice lasts just 9 hours and 15 minutes, almost 6 hours less than on the summer solstice. And these numbers apply to any location at State College's latitude, more generally Pennsylvania's latitude. That would include Salt Lake City and Denver in the lower 48. And for you world travelers, big cities in Europe that would have similar lengths of daylight include Barcelona, Rome, and Istanbul. Continuing farther east, Beijing, China, and Pyongyang in North Korea have similar lengths of daylight as we do here. This neat diagram, courtesy of Brian Brettschneider, a climatologist from Alaska, shows the number of hours of daylight on the summer solstice. Any location inside the smallest circle, which is the Arctic Circle, and has the North Pole as its center, gets 24 hours of daylight on the solstice. The sun never sets, though it also doesn't get very high in the sky. All the other concentric circles run parallel to latitude lines. You can see how the 15-hour line skirts the southern border of Pennsylvania and also passes through Spain, Italy, and Turkey. For comparison to Pennsylvania, let's pick a high latitude with a few large cities on it that's relatively close to the Arctic Circle. I'm going to choose 60 degrees north, which on this chart is between the 18 and 19-hour lines. Scandinavian cities that are popular destinations this time of year, such as Stockholm, Sweden, Helsinki, Finland, and Oslo, Norway, are near that latitude, as is St. Petersburg, Russia. Here are the sunset and sunrise times for Stockholm on the summer solstice: 3:30 a.m. and 10:08 p.m. That's more than 18 and a half hours of daylight. And even when the sun sets there, it never goes more than about 10 degrees below the horizon near the summer solstice, which essentially means there's some twilight even during the 5.5 hours when the sun is not officially above the horizon. If you're looking for that kind of experience without having to cross the Atlantic, consider cities such as Anchorage or Juneau, Alaska, or in Canada, Fort Smith in the Northwest Territories, or Whitehorse, the capital of the Yukon Territory. Stay tuned. Our extended forecast is next.